Welcome back to part 2 of April's tarot read. So for this question, I said I was going to ask about the solar eclipse. I wanted to know the global energy read on it. I know I've talked about this before, and I talked about it in the last video very briefly about not giving into fear, that there's always going to be a fear push during this weird in-between time for us when we have the opportunity to do a big ascension jump. There's always going to be a fear push by whoever's left to try to, lower the vibration. Now, there's not going to be too much more of that in the future, but still definitely this year for sure. So we have to make sure that we're being mindful of that and that we're not letting that get in the way of us raising our energy. Because really, we are the co-creators. So don't forget that, which means if they're going to be pushing fear and we take on that narrative, then we're actually the ones who create the fearful narrative then, believe it or not. So I'll talk more about that in the live, but I already did shuffle and cut the deck. So let's see about the global eclipse energy. Yep. Okay. See what we got. So far, it looks like everyone's pretty independent here. It's going to depend on your energy. It will bring some order, and there's a heavy feminine energy behind the order. So it seems like the divine feminine is really anchoring. It's really the anchor with this. The feminine part, not just women, but the feminine part of everyone, so even males, it's the intuitive part of you. That's what's going to be your anchor during this and your grounding mat, if you will. Okay, so before I even keep pulling cards, it seems like here we have an inner battle. The Five of Swords is like a personal energy battle within yourself. There's something you're going back and forth about. There's something that you're going against what's around you, something like that. And this is, you have a hard time seeing it. It can also be a fearful card. It can be you're so in your head that you can't see a card because we have swords here. So that's what I'm getting so far. I have the feminine is going to bring the order to it. So we just try to surrender any kind of negative, fearful energy. And then in the future here, first of all, we have the Knight of Cups, which is a new beginning. And this is a soul contract or an agreement card. So anything that happens during this time for anyone, whether it's you're taking on a good energy, there's some kind of maybe abrupt shift in your life, it's all contracted for a reason. It's bringing order for a reason. This is having you just hang on to whatever. This could be just holding still. This could be just keeping certain, this could be sometimes keeping some resources. Okay, so we have something that's yet to be seen. So this is all over the world. There is a worldly jump here. Some people, I feel, this is a time within the world where some people are not as hopeful anymore. People are struggling with that, but this card here tells me that there's still something going on we can't see that's going to sneak up. And there's not much time for that. There's not much time left to do that. Now, I usually pull about 5 in a row here. All right, so I don't get any major heavy, there's no towers, there's no moon. There's no moon in death. There's no anything here that would indicate anything harsh, anything overly negative. The way I'm seeing it is that this is a good thing. You're going to take more of the energy that you're in. If you are feeling inspired and you're feeling creative, this is going to be a wonderful big jump to get you more in that direction. If you're a type that is feeling a little more stressed, anxious, fearful, you're not fully awake to things going on, or you're just struggling to understand certain things, I feel like that's where it might be sneaking up on you a little bit here, which may cause a little bit of anxiety. So there's something you're still not seeing that you're going to end up seeing after. And remember, everything is an agreement. Everything is it's a contract. There are things ahead of time that are contracts. But while you're in the physical, you can break contracts, you can add contracts, you can extend there's all kinds of things. So I just feel like keep in mind that everything is an agreement, and this goes for everyone all over the world. So just a reminder to surrender any fearful narratives because we just don't need them. So stay tuned for part 3.